so I felt like doing something fun and bright today because bright makeup makes me happy and I've been super into neon colors lately. I'm wearing neon on my nails too. The look that I did is actually quite simple. The shape and everything is really simple, so I don't think the look is too crazy even with the bright colors and all that. Now to do the bright neon color on my lid, I used a color from this palette. It is from the company called Wolfe Brothers Face Art and FX, and it is the Neon Metallics palette. The neon colors do take a bit getting used to. They are, I'm gonna say they're not really easy to work with. They can get a little bit streaky, and I definitely prefer to use something on top of them to make them look perfectly even and not streak at all. I know that Kryolan makes a palette with neon colors as well, but I haven't tried it. I would love to try it just to compare them, but I haven't tried it. So this is just what I'm going to use because this is what I have. And other than that, I don't really think there's too much to say about the look other than I really hope you like it, and if you want to see how I did it, just keep watching. So start off by applying your base. I already have my ArtDeco eyeshadow base on. Then I'm going to take one of the colors from my Wolfe Brothers Face Art and FX Neon Metallics palette, and I am going to use the Neon Yellow. This is a water activated product, so you want to get a wet brush and dip it in there and then just mix it around until you get the consistency that you want. And this is the hard part because you don't want it to be too wet and you don't want it to be too dry, so you really just have to play around with it and, you know, find the right consistency. Now once I think I have the right consistency, I'm just going to paint this on all over my lid. And to help soften that edge, I'm going to take a clean brush and just go over the edge. And that's a really great way to blend out the edge of any liquid or cream bases that you use. You're definitely not going to get a perfect fading effect or perfect blend with this, but it is going to help you so that you don't end up with totally harsh lines when you're done. Next, I'm going to use this Stargazer Neon Yellow eyeshadow. Mine broke, but I'm just going to use this to set the base that I used. This eyeshadow is not very good at all. I wouldn't really recommend it, but I have it, so I'm going to use it. And I'm just dabbing this all over where I put the base. If you don't have this, you could just set the base with like a translucent powder or any other yellow eyeshadow. Just keep in mind that if you don't use a neon yellow on top of the neon yellow base, the color that you use on top is going to tone the base down so that it doesn't look as neon. It's still going to be bright, but not really bright neon. So I have that on there, and that is a pretty bright. Next I'm going to take Sugarpill Absinthe, which is just a gorgeous green with some gold in it. Just using a fluffy brush. This is the MAC 224, and I'm applying this into my crease and a bit above as well. Also just going to use it on the outer part of my lid, just blending it really nicely into the yellow. Next I'm going to use 1.22 Gigawatts from Fyrinnae. Just using the same brush, and I'm applying this right into my crease. Now the ideal crease color is matte because matte colors tend to add more depth to a look, but that doesn't mean that you can only use completely matte colors in your crease. Since this blue is a lot darker than the yellow and the green that I'm working with, it still adds some depth to the look, even though it does have some shimmer in it. Okay, so I think that right there is pretty good. Next I'm going to apply my highlight color, and I'm going to use MAC's Vanilla eyeshadow, which I have been using a lot. Just going to use that right under my brow, and I'm using this 227 brush from MAC because it works amazingly well for buffing out any harsh edges that might be there. Next is the bottom lash line, and I am going to use this technakohl liner from MAC called Fuchsia. This was limited edition, but if you don't have this, you can skip the step completely, or you can look into other pink eyeliners. I know that Gosh Cosmetics has one that is extremely similar to this. Next, I'm just taking a really small brush. This is the MAC 239, and I'm going to use Sugarpill's Dollipop eyeshadow, which is a matte, almost neon pink. It is really bright. And I'm going to apply this to the inner half of my lower lash line. And by using that pink liner underneath, it's just going to help the color adhere better and pop more, but you could definitely use it without the liner underneath it because it is really bright on its own. Then I'm going to use Makeup Forever number 92. If you don't have this color, go get it because it is probably the most amazing purple ever. It's just a matte, but it's really nice and bright. Not neon, but nice and bright. Using just the same brush, I am going to apply this to the outer half of my lower lash line. So once I have both of those on, I'm going to go back to the 224 that I used to blend the green and the blue, and I'm picking up a little bit of the purple eyeshadow, and I'm just going right along the purple to blend it out a little bit. That I'm just going to add a little bit of glitter to the inner part of my eye, and for that I am going to use a glitter liner from MAC called Girl Groove. This is from the Hello Kitty collection. You can't get it anymore, but just any like light glitter is going to look really pretty in the tear duct area like this. Okay, so now I'm just going to apply some eyeliner, some mascara, and some lashes. I'm going to use Ardell Hotties. I'm going to do that off camera and then I'll be right back. Okay, so there is the finished eye look. On my waterline, I used the MAC Chromagraphic pencil in NC15 and W20. It's just a really nice alternative to white because white can be a little bit like harsh, but this isn't, and I really like it. On my top lash line, I just did a line of MAC Royal Wink Fluid Line. This was discontinued, but just use whatever blue liner that you have. I just winked mine out, but you can do whatever you like. For my cheeks, I am going to start out with Summer Rose Beauty Powder from MAC. This was limited edition, but it's been out twice, so you can probably find it. It was out with the Liberty of London collection the last time, and I don't think it sold out too fast, but I love this beauty powder. It works really nice as a blush on me because it's a pale pink, but it's just a lovely natural looking pink on me. And then I'm going to use Perfect Topping Mineralized Skin Finish. This was also a limited edition, of course. If you can find it, I say get it, but you know, they come out with mineralized skin finishes all the time, so you don't need to spend a ton of money. For my lips, I am going to do a bright neon pink, so I'm going to start out with applying a primer. The one that I use is just MAC's Prep+Prime lip. I'm just going to use Magenta lip pencil from MAC. And then when you're doing super bright or super dark lips, don't forget the corners of your mouth. So just like that. And then I'm going to use a lip tar from Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. This one is called Anime, and it's a really bright pink. So you just need the smallest amount that you can get on, almost. And I like to apply these with a lip brush because otherwise you'll get way too much on, and if you get too much on, that is when it will start bleeding. If you just get a small amount on, these actually lasts really well on me. So lip brush. So there is the finished super fun and bright look. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you liked the video, and I would love to know what you think about it. So don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe if you want to see more. Bye.